So we've had some great trades this week, and so really the purpose of this video is just to go through 5 of the sort of hotter trades off a combination of different markets and time frames, just to show you a broad mix of the sort of trades that have been out there for Trendsignal users. Now I'm going to start off by looking at the daily chart. Now we're starting off with a big sell-off really last week, and notwithstanding the rally on Friday, but really the big move off that started here as those indicators turned from green to red here, gave us that next wave down. We were already looking for shorts because the weekly chart is pointing lower, the monthly chart is pointing lower, so we're looking for powerful moves back in that direction. This gave us a very lovely continuation trade from about 1600, targeting down that green line there. That's where the markets are most likely to find support, and therefore I'd like to be out of the trade and then moving on to the next one as the prices get down to that sort of area there, targeting sort of 1547. Best case, you're looking around sort of 450 points or so there. So, potentially a really nice move. Sort of 530 points, sorry, terrible maths there. So really nice move. And, let's just move on to see what else we've had for the week. So moving through again on the daily charts, we got a trade signaled mid last week on euro dollar. Now we're still in this trade, but it's moving very nicely. Euro dollar, probably one of the biggest contracts traded in the world, really. And a buy here, nice move in line with the monthly chart. And there's our buy, just where my cursor is on the middle of last week there, really on the Wednesday of last week. Buying 128.47, here we are 130.17, so the market's moved about 170 points to the good here, so we're making some really nice profits on this trade, but we're still in it, and we are looking for this price to push a little bit higher before we start to look to take profits there. But a nice move in line with the longer term trend of the market, which is really what Trendsignal is all about, trends and also turning points in those markets as well. Moving through to another euro pair, what I wanted to have a look at is the Euro Aussie. This is a 4-hour chart now. So whilst daily charts are really good for people who want to trade maybe once a day or something like that, really don't have much time. Those of you that have a little bit more time, the 4-hour chart is a really good time frame to look at. Now let's have a look at what we saw here. So as we moved through the week, we had a little bit of a pullback, and we pulled back down to a support area. See this dotted green line at 122.31, dotted by that number there. Dotted line across. See here how we spike through a number of times, the shadows on those candlesticks trying to break through, but each time the market then lifting and closing just slightly higher than that green line. That's great support. It's exactly what we like to see. From that support, that then leads to a buying opportunity, a swing trade. Really low when this indicator here turns from red to green, and this indicator here also turning from red to green. We've got a turning point off major support, and we're entering at this point here 122.78, targeting up to here 123.57. So sort of zone, you're looking at 80 point sort of target there. And how long did it take to get there? Well, look, a day, maybe 24 hours it took to get up to that 80 point move. Really nice, and exactly the sort of time frames to be taking if you're the sort of person that can look at the markets maybe 3 or 4 times a day. Great time frame and some great opportunities there on Euro Aussie. Sticking to the same time frame as we move through to crude oil, or Brent crude, really in this example, we had a nice short on Tuesday. So just returning from the Easter bit of time off there, we started to see those markets ease back. We're already looking for shorts anyway, so what we're looking for is a trade back in that short direction. Now, why are we looking for shorts? I'm just going to quickly refer to my weekly chart here. You see this red line here? It's telling me the market sentiment is down. This is telling me that I should be looking to sell rallies. So if the markets do lift up a little bit, I should treat them with opportunities to short. So I'm going to refer back to my 4-hour chart. There's my short. Little sniper circle here. Market's turning from green to red, in line with that longer term trend of the market, and then we can see the prices significantly moving down. Now Trendsignal users will be out where my cursor is here, but either way that's about 190 point profit on UK oil there, taken in about 24 hours as well. Market's moving on a lot further, but you know what, Trendsignal users are very happy with the target zones because that's where the markets are more likely to get to. So great profit there. And then finally moving on, I'm just going to stick with a trade from Friday. I'm just going to go with this sterling dollar long from Friday. Now, obviously it was non-farm payroll on Friday, and there was some really weak number that came out. Regardless of what the number was, the issue is, do you want to be in the market over that sort of data? So whilst we had a trade here at about sort of 9:30, entering at 152.14, nice sniper there, little yellow disc there with the green outline, allowed us to get into this trade a little bit earlier. We're in an uptrend anyway on sterling dollar based on the Trendsignal chart, so we're looking for longs. We're expecting prices to get up to this sort of zone here. The great thing about snipers is that they run at about 70% success rates of moving 20 points or around at least 20 points. So really nice move there. And the market moving up from 152.14, easily taking out our 20-point zone there, meeting this little bit of resistance. Really nice move, and easily again identified by that turn on those indicators flicking from red to green there to get us into the trade. Of course, 20 points, whilst I was expecting prices to move higher, with the onset of data coming out, it's always a very, very dangerous thing to do. Now, it's very easy for me to say, of course, yes, we're still in this trade as we move through to Friday, past non-farm payroll, but that really is taking on a lot of risk. Trendsignal users, if you should have been getting out of the trade before that data took anywhere near and at least minimum 20 points profit on that trade. So really a good week there, and so a good mix of markets there to go through, some currencies, some commodities there, and a good week on the really quite volatile markets last week with quite a lot of data built in as well. But if you want to know a little bit more about the turning points and how we identify those trades and really how we go about teaching other Trendsignal users, why don't you see if we've got an online webinar you can book yourself along to. I know the next one we've got is on Tuesday, the 9th of April at 7 p.m. So if you're interested in coming along to find out a little bit more about what we do and seeing a few more of these trades, some more live trading opportunities, then why don't you book yourself a free place and inquire about a live session. Well, hopefully it's been an enjoyable little video, and hopefully we'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot.